The power and the freedom of mathematics is a flaming sword. It shall be our duty to use it justly. Hold it high, guard it well. Mathcourt, where common sense prevails. Mathcourt, with the Honorable Judge Sandra Day O'Crater presiding.
Order in the court. Another outburst like that, and I'll have to paddle the lot of you. Now then.
Oh, Your Honor, the defendant is a thieving, conniving craftsperson.
She certainly is, but I like her outfit.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, that's not the point.
Of course it's not the point. So get to the point. What's the charge?
The charge is she promised to build 36 chairs for me.
Outrageous. 30 days on bread and butter.
But I did build 36 chairs, Your High and Mighty.
Very well. Case dismissed.
Don't be ridiculous. This case can't be dismissed.
Why not? A man once threw a case of soda at me and it dismissed.
It is true that the defendant built 36 chairs for me. 35 were like this.
So, I see no problem.
Oh, no. Look at this.
You don't carry a good seat, do you, Mr. District Attorney?
If your magistrate will notice, this chair has only 3 legs. It cannot be used, and I need it for a gala dinner party I'm throwing tonight.
Gala dinner party? I don't believe I was invited.
No, Your Honor, you weren't. I've seen you eat.
Your Honor, the prosecutor came into my store, gave me 143 chair legs, and asked me to build 36 chairs. I did so.
Yes, but one of them doesn't work.
What order did you give this craftsperson?
Before I went into her store, I used math. I gave her 143 chair legs, Exhibit A. I next divided 143 by 4, the number of legs needed for each chair.
And what answer did you get?
35.75, Exhibit B. Since 0.75 is larger than 1/2, of course, I rounded that up to 36, Exhibit C.
I think I see the error of your ways, Mr. District Attorney.
Are you saying I made a mistake?
No. I'm saying you are one. Of course you made a mistake. You rounded up when you should have rounded down.
Yeah, but, Your Honor, you see, 0.75 is larger than 1/2, so I rounded up.
But you have to keep in mind what the numbers mean. Sometimes you round up, and sometimes you round down. It's just common sense.
Now you're asking a lot. Common sense isn't always as common as it sounds. You should have rounded down to 35. You should have just ordered 35 chairs.
And you would have had 3 chair legs left over. You could have sold them to 3 one-legged pirates.
I could have. Oh, you laugh. It just so happens I'm having 3 one-legged pirates for dinner tonight. What do you think of that?
I think you must be very hungry.
Case dismissed. And once again, justice has prevailed in
Mathcourt.
Quiet down, announcer, or I'll have you thrown into AFTRA.
Thank you. Come here. Let me tell you something about math. Let's look at this bill. Let's see. What do we got here? I had 2 plain pies at $6 a piece and 1 with extra cheese. That's 7. Plus 8 cream sodas, a buck a pop adds up to 27. We know the tax is 5% in this great state we live in. Multiply by 3, 15%. That's a tip that I'll be given. That's math. That's math. That's math. That's how you figure it out. That's math. That's math. Yes, that's math. That's what it's all about. A mansion. Bottom of the 9th, we're up by 3, full count, 2 outs, and 3 men on. A guy comes up hitting 405, 6 homers last month alone. Gotta think. Last year he hit my fastball 6 times out of 7. He was 3 for 5 on my curveball, but only 1 for 4 on my slider. After going over the numbers, I wind up and let one fly. I strike him out with my slider, and I'm voted most valuable guy. Yes, sir. That's math. That's math. That's what it's all about. That's math. That's math. That's math. That's how you strike 'em out. Imagine an island 3 feet wide, 1,000 feet below. I gotta drop a survival box to save a guy named Joe. So I calculate my altitude, direction, and wind speed, and I factor in the box's weight and the angle that I'll need. Now, I'm not ashamed to say I hit a perfect bullseye. I wave and move on. Joe can eat until he gets rescued. I just hope he likes croutons. That's math. That's math. That's math. That's how you figure it out. Yes, that's math. That's math. That's math. Now, the only thing as great as math, as far as I'm concerned, is music that I can dance to. And here's something I recently learned. Music is a kind of math in intervals and beats. Every time I sing a note, every time I tap my feet. That's math. This is math. Math. That's right. Math again. Math! Said math! Oh, I'm gone now. Look at this. Eat that do down. Boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Hey, it's not just school. It begins when you close your book. Tread any path and you'll find math everywhere you look. That's math. That's math. That's math. That's math. That's math. That's math. Yes. That's what you can do. That's math. That's math. That's math. That's math. Math, 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 math. That's math. Yes. That's math. That's what you can do with math.
9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I estimate we'll need 600 feet of lumber.
Estimation, brought to you by mathematics. It's more than just arithmetic.
This is a very famous park. It's called Central Park, and it sits smack dab in the middle of my favorite city, New York City, which just happens to be the theme on today's show. This is a map of Central Park. See this area? It's called a reservoir, and it measures 106 acres in area. If the reservoir measures 106 acres in area, how many acres is the entire park?
You're a great group. Now let's meet the member of our studio audience whose estimate came closest, and it's Janine Efren.
Janine, come on down.
Congratulations, Janine.
All right, Janine, come on
You
down.
are our studio challenger. All right, I want you to meet our other two contestants, and it's Julia Lee and Joe Califf. Welcome, all of you. Now, we're going to be awarding you points based on how close your estimate is to the actual number of acres in the park. Reggie, what's that number?
Are you ready? The number of acres in the park is 843 acres.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. Julia.
My estimation was 500.
500 acres. You get 20 points to start off the game. Okay. Joe?
My estimation was 636.
636 acres. You get 30 points to start off the game. That's a great start. And Janine, your estimate, by the way, was the closest from our studio audience.
My estimate was 756.
756 acres, a very excellent estimate. And you get 40 points to start off the game. Very good.
All right.
Okay, let's move to our second round, and good luck, everybody.
All right, I'm really excited. You know, as you know, and now I'm telling you guys, New York is my favorite place. New York, New York, they named it twice because it's so nice. What we've done, we've given some of the kids in the audience baseball caps, and we've given other kids in the audience replicas of the Statue of Liberty's crown. Now, contestants, I want you to look at these monitors because what we're going to do next is fantastic. Okay, everybody in the audience, put your hats on. All right, everybody got them on and they're straight. Everybody ready to go. Okay, now I want the Statue of Liberty people to stand up. Cool, sit down. Now I want the Mets cap people to stand up and be proud. And now sit down. Okay, contestants. Now, the question is, what percentage of the audience has on replicas of the Statue of Liberty's crown? Look at the monitors if you want to recheck. What percentage of the audience has Statue of Liberty's crown? Think about it.
And write your estimates down. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Julia.
My estimation was 45%.
45%. And Joe?
My estimation was 30%.
You estimated 30%. Janine?
My estimation was 45%.
You also said 45%.
The percentage of the kids wearing the replicas of the Statue of Liberty is on the estimator meter, along with a whole range of other possibilities. We need you to tell us what you think. Ready, Louisa?
Okay, here we go. The estimator meter says 29%. So let's see how we did here. Julia, you estimated 45%. You get 10 points for that estimate for a total of 30 points. All right. Joe, you gave an excellent estimate. You said 30%. You get 40 points for that estimate for a total of 70 points. Very good. Janine, you also estimated 45%. You get 10 points for that for a total of 50 points.
Close.
You guys are doing great. Let's move on to the third round where anything can happen.
Get the red hot dogs right here. What do you say? Come on, get a red hot. Hey, what do you say, lady? What do you want?
Hello, I'd like to partake of your service.
You don't say. All right, I got something for you right here. What do you think? It's a nice one here. What do you say?
Oh, I don't like the looks of that one.
What are you kidding? Best in New York. Hey, how about this one here?
No, I don't think so.
What are you, from Newark or something? All right, I got something for you. Hang on. Here we go. Hey, that's a good-looking one right there. It's all beef. Oh, these are nice here. How about this one? Oh, look at this here. Hey, I'm getting down the bottom of the barrel here, lady. Nothing you see there, huh?
Oh, I'm afraid.
Hang on a second. Wait, that's it.
Oh,
all right, lady.
I don't think any of these looks terribly appetizing.
Oh, lady.
Well, if we're not going to eat them, why don't we estimate them?
That's good, Louisa, because that's the name of the game. Now, contestants, if you'll notice, I have 5 hot dogs hanging here from my hand. Can you see them? That's 5 of them. What we want you to estimate is how many hot dogs are on this string. Here's 5, and we want you to estimate how many are on the string. Think about it and write your answers down. We'll do the pup dance.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. Julia.
My estimation was 75 hot dogs.
75 hot dogs, Julia says. Joe?
My estimation was 95 hot dogs.
You estimated 95 hot dogs. And Janine?
My estimation was 40.
40 hot dogs. Well, how did we do here? How close are our estimates?
That's pretty close. They're all pretty close. There are 77 hot dogs on this string.
77. Okay, let's see. Julia, you had an excellent estimate of 75. You get 40 points for that for a total of 70 points. Very good. Joe, you estimated 95 hot dogs. You get 30 points for that estimate for a total of 100 points. Right. And Janine, you estimated 40 hot dogs. You get 10 points for that estimate for a total of 60 points. Joe, you're our grand prize winner.
Our champion wins this beautiful Square One TV jacket. You'll be the envy of all your friends who will want to borrow it to go estimating in. And the still sensational Square One watch, as well as a gift certificate for sneakers. Our runners-up will take home this trendy Sport Jester gym bag and this solar-powered hologram laser calculator. Congratulations to all of you.
Everybody, see you again on Close Call.
Heads or tails?
Tails. Oops! Heads or tails. Brought to you by Probability, another division of mathematics. It's more than just arithmetic.
The story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
It was Tuesday, 9:43 a.m., and the World Series of Lawn Bowling was taking place in Central Park. It pitted the New Jersey Slugs against the New York Snails. Traffic was at a crawl. I was working the day watch out of Mathnet. My partner's name is George Frankley. The captain is Joe Greco. My name is Tuesday. I'm a mathematician. We were on loan to the CIA for what seemed like a simple enough caper. A young monarch, King Chris, from a country named Calpurnia was in town, and our job was to make sure nothing happened to him. On the first day, while showing the king and his finance minister through Central Park, however...
Your Highness, I'm afraid...
Your Highness?
Chris!
Your Highness?
He's gone.
We spread out and searched for him. George found the king, playing his favorite game, Wheel of Jeopardy, with a gamer in the park.
Rats, you're guilty of bad taste. Sell your record company to Sushi Live Crew. But I get to go again.
How you doing, King?
Oh, just great, Mr. Frankley.
How does the computer version work?
Well, you got two knobs. This knob controls the three settings: die, spinner, and bingo cage. If I set it on die and press this button, it gives you a number 1 through 6.
At random? Just like when you throw a real die?
Sure. And if you set it on spinner, it uses 2, 3, 5, and 7. Of course, I use the replacement mode for die and spinner so that the numbers can repeat themselves.
What about non-replacement?
I use that with the bingo cage. 0 through 9 can come up, but with no repeats, just like the real one.
The game had to be broken up, unfortunately, because the king had a very important meeting at the Calpurnian embassy.
Go ahead, Your Highness. Good luck with your negotiations.
Thanks.
King Chris a good negotiator?
His Excellency is excellent. If he doesn't get his way, he cries.
We went to the drawing room where tea was served. This tea is delicious. What is it?
Chuckberry tea.
I thought it tasted familiar. I love chuckberries. At least I did until it became so expensive.
We grow the world's supply of chuckberries in Calpurnia.
Really? They don't grow anyplace else?
No. In fact, it's our sole industry. Our entire economy, all our money, comes from chuckberry production.
Calpurnia sounded like an ideal country, but then King Chris arrived with bad news.
You look as unhappy as a host whose game show was just canceled.
I am, Mr. Frankley.
The king had been meeting with a powerful company called BLT. Buy it, loot it, and trash it about selling next year's crop of chuckberries. But BLT turned the king down.
BLT doesn't want to buy them, but why not the others?
Because of this. The New England Journal of Berry Biz.
We didn't understand, and then the king said,
This is a preview of next month's issue. In it, there's an article that states recent experiments show a statistical connection between chuckberry consumption and skin blemishes.
Skin blemishes?
Zits.
Do you care for more tea, Mr. Frankley?
No way. I mean, no thank you.
The king was not a happy camper. We'll be in touch, Your Highness.
Highness, feel more like your lowness.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Benny.
I see you're playing the new computerized version.
Uh-huh.
Against yourself?
Uh-huh.
Who's winning?
Actually, I just realized that with this new computer, you can use the die, spinner, and bingo cage on non-replacement mode with just a flick of this switch.
Land of Goshen. What will those computer programmers think of next?
Hello, George.
Hi, Pat. Hi, Benny. Sergeant Abruzzi just gave me this message.
You better roll.
Hey, George, guess what? You can use non-replacement settings for any of the number generators in the computerized game.
You lie.
No, seriously, Pat just showed me. You can take any number away for the rest of the game.
Come on, Benny. I wasn't pouring off the last load of pumpkins, you know.
Let's go, guys. This is the place.
Pat. Agent Ovitz?
I beg your pardon?
Aren't you Agent Ovitz?
I haven't got the foggiest notion of what you're talking about. You guys are weird. Psst. Hey, down here.
Agent Ovitz?
Yes.
What a disguise.
Scratch me behind my ear, will you? And don't look down at me while we're talking.
Sure. How's that?
The other one. Ah, thanks. Listen, I've checked the background on the Chuck Berry company, BLT.
What did you find out?
It seems to be some sort of phony company. It's got its paws into all kinds of things.
Such as?
Paper mills, horse farms, resorts, printing plants, dog food companies. Even that game you and the King were playing on yesterday's episode, Wheel of Jeopardy.
How'd you know about that?
We get script approval.
Who's behind BLT, and what do you know about Carl Iconmeister?
Iconmeister seems to be a front man. We can't get a handle on who the real people running the operation are.
Keep scratching, Agent Ovitz.
Is that some kind of cheap joke?
Good dog, Agent Ovitz.
I don't know why dogs like being patted on the head. It gives me double vision. Oh, one other thing.
Yes?
For what it's worth, when BLT bought the Chuck Berries, they paid for them in cash. 50% down, the rest in 12 monthly payments.
That had to be a lot of bucks.
Kugels.
Is that dog talk?
No. Kugels are the basic unit of Calpurnia's money. A kugel is worth about 50 U.S. cents. Hey, watch it, buddy. I'm out of here.
What a disguise.
Tuesday, 2:43 p.m., and I had just checked on the welfare of the King and his finance minister at the Calpurnian embassy. They were lower than a snake's hips.
I don't understand where they're coming from. It's just...
Hi, George.
Hi, Pat. I've crunched some numbers on the New England Journal of Berrybiz experiments.
Good. George, aren't you on the phone?
Oh, yeah, right. Hi, sorry. What's next? A case. Well, that's expensive. Look, Martha, Senor Amontillado is your friend. Have him bring his own wine. Well, I don't know where he's going to get the money. Let him get a job. I'd say that's the task of Amontillado.
So you looked into the statistical connection and?
It works out. For instance, they say people who eat chuckberries got skin blemishes.
Sit?
Right. I made a chart. The people in the survey who ate chuckberries got zits. The people who didn't eat chuckberries didn't get zits.
So say goodbye to the chuckberry industry and Calpurnia.
Yes. And no.
No?
No. Negative.
What do you mean?
I looked into the experiments further, and here's what I found. The people in the sample who ate chuckberries were all between the ages of 12 and 15. The people who didn't eat chuckberries were all age 50 or older.
George, kids between 12 and 15 are likely to get zits anyway.
Exactly, and people over 50 aren't.
I don't get it. What are you driving at?
I'm saying that there is not a causal relationship between eating chuckberries and getting zits.
Causal relationship. I remember that from Mathnet U.
You do?
Yes. For example, more cars are stolen during the summer.
It's true.
Here's something else that happens in the summer. Ice cream consumption goes up. Therefore, people who eat ice cream have their cars stolen.
Or people who have their car stolen eat ice cream, but common sense says that one event is not caused by the other.
So you're saying that eating chuckberries doesn't cause this, but the data could be misinterpreted.
That's showing a causal effect on individuals. You could interview a bunch of people who receive traffic tickets and find that some of them had eaten chuckberries.
Gotcha. But that doesn't mean that chuckberries caused the traffic tickets.
Right. The research is phony.
Here's something else that's strange.
What's that?
The article before the chuckberry expose ends on page 50.
So what?
So, the chuckberry piece should start on page 51, right?
Right.
Well, there is no page number on the chuckberry article.
Let me see that. It's tipped in.
It's what?
Tipped in. Sometimes in the magazine world, advertisers want to buy just a certain geographic location to run their ad in. The ad is glued into just a few of the editions. They call that tipping.
I have an idea.
Calling the New England Journal of Berry Biz?
Hello, this is Pat Tuesday, Mathnet. Thank you. They like the show. I was wondering, in your next edition, are you planning on running an article that says eating chuckberries is bad for you? Thank you very much. They never heard of such an article.